Hello, hello, hello. We are live and I lost my wife again. What was You're live right there. So don't say nothing crazy.
Hello.
She wanted to say something crazy, but y'all look, I was like, Look, oh, let folks see how you really been treating me when they ain't paying attention. Go on, do it. Anyway, here we are. Let's talk with Lisa and Rasheida on Wednesday night. Hey, nobody's in the Zoom room just yet, but if you are lurking about and on your way, we're just gonna give you a few minutes.
Can you take that and put it over there? So, because it's just got your side of your face. See? That's way better. Woo. You got enough space to be recording that?
I don't know. I'm not recording right now.
So she recording stuff and don't know if she got enough space on her phone, but
I ain't recording nothing right now. But ain't nobody in there. So Rasheida, what do you want to talk about today? As a matter of fact, there was a game somebody posted on Facebook. We could play that game.
What's the game?
It was asking each other some questions.
What, like Never Have I Ever?
I don't think I want to play that with you.
Why you want to play Never Have I Ever with me?
Well, that depends on what you're going to ask me. And it's bad enough. I know the questions for the shows, and I'm always shocked by the answers, because we know the questions for the shows, we just don't know the answers. Meaning that I get the question, Rasheida gets the question, and we make our points for our answers for the question, but we never share that information prior to taping. So she shocks me all the time.
Hey.
So
it is what it is.
I don't know if I want to do a Never Ever Have I Ever or something like that, a never ever with you. But we are live here, and
you know what we should have done?
What should we do?
What we were doing earlier. Do some karaoke.
You want to do some karaoke?
Turn that off and.
Hey, Miss Tia, glad to see you on again tonight with us. Can you come in the Zoom room? We posted the link. I shot it out a little while ago so the folks have a direct link to our into the Zoom room, because it's cool to watch other people in there. You got to drag Dion with you one night so that we can do some real couple stuff in terms of what somebody posted today, a couple of questions. No, that was a question. It was about couples in general. You had to answer a bunch of questions about your significant other.
Almost like the dating game?
Kind of like the dating game.
Or newlywed. No, the newlywed.
Well, one of them
That'd
games.
Be kind of cool.
Rasheeda's trying to make me play some Never Have I... What'd you call it? Never Have I Ever?
You ain't never played that?
No, Never Have I Ever. For a reason.
Really?
Really. So, we normally just like to leave this open for whatever topics that folks have.
Right. And if anybody has anything that they want to...
all right, cool. That's cool. Come on in.
If you want to throw anything out there, any questions, any conversation, let's talk. Because this is Let's Talk with Rasheida and Lisa.
No, with Lisa and Rasheida.
I knew she was going to go there.
Got it.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, little people first.
Everybody got little people jokes.
Okay, so...
Booster seat jokes.
Okay, so wait a minute.
I'm not going to talk
We were on, for those who watched the latest episode, it was the 80-20 rule. And our cousin, he always got jokes. Ray Mel Reese always got jokes. So, as we
James Waters.
We were doing...
come on in the Zoom room.
As we were doing the 80-20 rule show, we were talking about the 80 and the 20. And one thing of the part of the 80 that I loved about her was the fact that I said, I love her so much because she's so giving. She'll give you the shirt off her back. And then my cousin Ray Mel said, even though it can't nobody fit it. I was like, damn.
That's not even funny. Hey, Danielle. Danielle has joined us. You're going to come in the Zoom room. You guys can join us in the Zoom room by following the link on Facebook. on the Lita. I don't even know my own name tonight. Lisa and Rasheida page. We primarily like to pull our topics from the folks who come in the room. Find out why are you here? What you talking about? What you think we gonna talking about? Long time no see, right? We saw her a little while ago on a different call.
Absolutely. Yeah, we did.
But it's cool. Hanging out with good people was always great. Hello, Miss Lindsay Lawler.
Hey, Lindsay. Oh, my goodness. I haven't seen you. How's the rock going?
Shannon O'Quinn. Okay.
Oh, that's Shannon from the
Okay, how you doing? So if you guys go to Lisa and Rasheida on Facebook, you will find the link for the Zoom room. Join us.
If you want to see our faces other than right here. Don't get
Actually,
me wrong.
I was trying to think we could put it in the chat, I think. Hold on a second. Let me see if we can put it in the chat.
Okay, so let me share something. For those who don't know me, I'm Rasheida, and that's Lisa. So be quiet. I will say this. Lisa, I'm saying she, like y'all know who she is. Lisa has begun this journey. So,
Be careful now.
What?
Go ahead. Talk about it. I'm just messing with you.
We both have really started this journey, and y'all pray my strength, because this little person right here, she is always
WB Brown, come on in the Zoom room.
She always what's the next level? Okay, so this is where we want to be.
Hey, Rodney.
So this is where we are right here, and then this is what people expect us to be at. And then Lisa's like, yeah, we got to be right here, which is good. You got to have higher expectations, but then she beats you up if you ain't at least trucking.
You trying to sell people I abuse you behind closed doors?
I like it.
That was
it's a good abuse.
She wasn't complaining about that beating she was getting this morning at that.
You better be
the
quiet.
raindrops was falling. Yeah, what's that song?
Rain.
Love unconditional. I'm not asking this of you.
Woo. Yeah.
Well, I need somebody to stand by me.
Well, she just got her new edition on.
Sunny days.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, she was liking that rain, that beating this morning.
Okay, thank you.
Mother Booth on the line. Come on in the Zoom room.
As you all know, this nut bucket right here is definitely always, I'm striving to get to the next level. We here. Everybody else is here. Now, hold on. I'm sorry. Everybody else, the normal person.
Candy-coated raindrops.
So everybody else is here. And Lisa's like, okay, I'm saying, okay, so let's be about here. Lisa's like, we got to be here, right? I'm like, oh my God, I don't think my brain can get there, because she's always this and this and I love it, but at the same time, I just want to be like, boom, 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 boom.
How to get in the Zoom room. All right, go to our Facebook page. There's a Facebook page for Lisa and Rasheida. And actually, if you go to Lisa's page, I don't know if Rasheida posted it. If you go to my personal page, there's an ad there that says, join us in the Zoom room tonight. There's an ad. And at the top of that ad, there's a link that you can click on that link, and it should bring you right in.
There you go. That's how you get in the room.
Love you too, Mike Booth.
Michael Booth, Mother Booth, how are you, darling? How you doing, sexy? I will say this, during the COVID-19 coronavirus, I do miss home. I miss just coming home. It's April. Isn't this almost lilac?
Yeah, but can't nobody smell the lilacs today.
Oh, man. This lilac festival
y'all gonna have to buy some essential lilac spray and spray it around the crib.
Oh, hush.
So y'all get some of that, because there's not gonna be no lilacs up in the crib this year.
So, the lilac festival, it's funny because you really don't, you realize that this has impacted our lives, but now the summer is coming, the warm weather is coming, so people are trying to come out and they're trying to do stuff. But I was like, the lilac festival, and then you guys have what is that other festival that's out in? Remember the one we went to? And I went out the night, but we went to this one festival. I can't remember where it is.
She can't get it out. How am I gonna have to answer the question?
We went to this one festival, but the night before I was hanging out with my sisters, and we was all having cocktails, and we was a little lit. And the next morning, we were all supposed to go out with some friends to this festival that was out, I think in Brockport or something. And I was so hungover, and it was so hot. And
You see, I'm trying to get some in there, right? Every time she with her sisters, that's what happens. That's what they do.
Rachel, Lizzie, Joan, you already know. Cocktails. Heidi Flowers, you already know.
Number one culprit right there, Heidi Flowers.
That's my ride or die.
Everybody on Facebook. Everybody afraid. We got somebody coming into the Zoom room.
Oh, Canal Days. That's what it was called.
Come on in. We got to get more, y'all. We want to have some face-to-face dialogue. But thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Hey, we got two. We got Danielle coming in too, and we got Tia. Tia came in, but she didn't want to put her picture up. Tia, uncover that camera, girl. Let us see you. That's why we supposed to connect and commune.
Anyway.
Again, for other folks, go to our Facebook page. Either go to Lisa and Rasheida, or go to Lisa, or go to Rashida's page, our personal pages, and there is a link on the page, and you can dial right into the Zoom room so we can see your face and hear from you. And Danielle got us on mute too.
No, she has herself on mute, honey.
That's what.
No, you say got us on mute.
She know what I meant. She trying to play me. Y'all see how she trying to play me?
Anyways,
that's what causes misunderstandings and furniture moving around here. I just, the furniture get moved so I can make up. Break up to make up.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
Remember that?
Okay, I will. Anyways, so let's. Oh, God, stop! Do y'all see what I have to deal with? Y'all pray for me.
Pray for her strength. Strength.
Anyways, what are we gonna talk about?
We didn't have a topic in mind. I was gonna follow up, but a lot of these people were in the room last week, but I was going bananas on the whole COVID thing. And so I will only say this for the people who were on the call last week. Remember, I told you that this gentleman that we are dismissing as an idiot, he is an idiot, that is true. But he's a genius at changing the narrative. And he's got everybody talking about this drug from a pharmaceutical company. What he didn't come out and say, and I told you guys last week there had to be something in it for him because he's losing millions by having his hotels closed. He owns stock in the company that came out with the drug. And it's not even a drug appropriately for the COVID virus. It's for other stuff. And they tried that drug in other countries and it killed people for trying to use it for COVID. So, the man's hand had to be in it. But even, how do you say, hydroxychloride or something like that. But anyway, even if, that don't sound right, but even if, but y'all get my drift. Even if the drug is no good for COVID, he'll make a killing because it'll cause the people who have the condition that the drug is applicable for to go out and hoard it and buy it now and get it off the shelves. So they'll start mass producing it again. So, there's a win for this guy. It's not about us as citizens needing help. It's about how he lines his pockets, which is awful. But I just wanted to throw that out there. If you are not a member of my Clarity, Confidence, and Cash page, I was talking about all of the opportunities that are going to come about. There were some articles that came out today talking about some of those opportunities that I mentioned 2 weeks ago to the people who are in my group. Hey, Tia Davis. I mentioned to folks a couple weeks ago there are going to be opportunities in healthcare that are going to be beyond your wildest dreams. You'll be able to make your demands about what you wanted in terms of cash and teaching. And a couple articles came out today. People shared them with me, and I posted them on that Clarity, Confidence, and Cash page. Go check it out. I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing consulting a long time.
Well, listen, we will be in the bed at night. Just, your wind down of your day. When you and your boo get in the bed together, y'all get a little cozy, and she click on the TV. And we try our best not to watch news consistently. We do a check-in in the morning. We do a check-in at lunch. We try to do a check-in just before bedtime, just to see where the world is. So, this night, she must have been on fire. I don't know what she was drinking, smoking, snorting. I don't know.
Oh, she told all my secrets.
But we were in the bed, and so as you're in your pajamas and I'm kind of coming down. So you're
Tell the truth, you ain't wearing no pajamas. But go ahead.
Good. Anyway, so we're coming down. We're trying to just I'm trying to decompress from the day. And this one right here, she goes, I told you. She jumps up. She's at like 100. And just like, I told you, he was going to have some stake in this. He want to get everybody in the comedy bag going. And she literally was going 100 miles an hour. But I'm like, oh my God.
I told you he was going to circumvent that whole stimulus deal. He didn't care. Because his finances was going to be invested somewhere else so he'd have a back door to get that money. Okay. He ain't stupid.
Can I finish my...
I'm sorry. I just... Go on.
So while she's on 100, I am trying to come down from my day. And then she gets mad at me because now you in the bed with your boo. I'm trying to get a little hugged up, booed up. Okay, boo. I was like, I can't. So what I ended up doing was I ended up putting earbuds in my ear and I was looking and I started doing affirmations because she was on 100 and I needed to come down to 0. But I will say this. When you have a partner who is just going and going and going and going, you're like, oh, hell no. Put your earbuds on. Get in your own zone so that you will be all right. Hello, yes.
Put them things away.
I need those, Tia.
I'll turn them off.
She got mad.
I'll unplug her.
A couple times she got mad and was like,
it
was like, you don't hear me? And she like flip them out my ear. Girl, I am trying to sleep.
So the question is, what do you do when your partner don't turn off and won't let you go to sleep? What do you do, Rasheida? She throws my laptop. Well, not throws it. Hides my laptop.
I will close it and hide it. Because there has to be balance. And she doesn't have any balance. She's getting better. I'll give her that. But you got to have balance. You can do work, but you got to have some downtime.
Can you do work? I don't know the song, but I know oh, sorry.
Tia, do you see what I got to deal with? Do y'all all see what I have to deal with?
Work.
So do anyone have any questions right now? We are just talking about things that, hey, Erica Nix, how you doing, girl? What's up, Courtney? Erica Nix and I went to elementary and middle school together. Oh my God.
We can hear you.
So it's really cool to see people on here that I haven't seen or even talked to in a long time. But it's good to see you all. But if you guys have any questions whatsoever, just throw it out there.
And this is not about just topics to show. I mean, it's really a way for us to commune. We appreciate you guys watching the show. That's what most of you are coming in at. Watching the show, or you belong to the Clarity page, and or you're in a different support group that Rasheida's in. And so it's our way of helping bring some normalcy, some community, and hopefully really helping us bridge gaps and connecting people to do new and different things. Like there are people on my Clarity page, they have no idea who each other are. They live in different parts of the world. We have some people in there from Europe and all different countries and everything, and in different lines of business. And hopefully over time, as we get people, you guys are real shy too, as we get people to start sharing more, you'll find out that there's some like-mindedness, and then you'll find some opportunities and some kinships and friendships and some more resources. So that's the point of my page. That's the point of the group that Rasheida's in, to help improve the quality of life for everybody. And so this is just another avenue for us to help sort of usher that process along. So don't be, this is a time that it's like going to a club or a bar and seeing the same people every week, and you just say hello. You never know.
Question: can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So I see a lot of people posting and saying things about you should be planning and you should be gearing up to come out of this whole shelter in place and and that's fine, and I get it for those who know or have a vision. For myself, I feel like I need to get in there, but I don't know why I'm getting in there to plan, and what should I be planning, and how do you even start? So I've been doing the ABC journaling. I haven't been consistent with that because I left off at E, and I think we're on I or something.
Well, we haven't, just so you know, in the ABC journaling, I think I'm a day behind. I think the point of it is just to keep going.
Well, okay. So for those who don't know that are on Facebook Live, we've been doing the ABC journaling. So every day you start the alphabet A to Z, and you just pick a word, a quote, or a phrase, or something that resonates with you, and then you reflect upon it. Then you post it on and into the group. So, but I think with that, it's really, as long as you do it. Sometimes life happens. You're gonna have moments where you forget or you're too tired. We became each other's accountability partners. We were like, listen, we know we're tired, but we are going to do this. It's going to take all of 3 minutes to find what we got to find, and then we're just going to post it. And so I think it's not being behind at all. You just have to. It's your pace.
Right.
Make your pace, whatever it is.
It's kind of so for me, it's like a couple of reasons. One, journaling is a good, healthy way to get out all of the stuff. Our brains, our lives, we are inundated all day with all kinds of stuff. And just like I do mine right before I go to bed. Because it makes me quiet down and say, okay, the letter for the day is this. And sometimes, like last night was hard for me, so I flipped through the Bible and stuff until I found something that landed with me. But it's more than it's about being on a pace. It's like we go to college and we say we get down 4 years, but that never happens, right? We just eventually get done. Part of it is about the discipline of just doing something consistently, or as consistently as you can, because a lot of us are out of the place in life where we just have any discipline to be consistent at anything. So part of it is building that. The other part of it is having something healthy to purge and to have some metric. So you'll be journaling now about something, and if you keep going, you'll look back in 2 weeks or 3 weeks when you're past that thing and go, oh my God, how did I ever get there? But what you've created for yourself is a roadmap of how you got out. Because all those steps and the reason the reckoning part of how did I ever get there comes up is because you did get out, so you can't believe in hindsight that you were ever there. So does that make sense? So I wouldn't worry about where you are. Just try to keep going with it. Because it's like a bike or anything else. The more you do it, the better you get at purging stuff. And there'll become a point where you'll start to take ownership of something and go real quickly mentally, that don't belong to me, and you'll just throw it away. But journaling, until you get in that kind of habit, kind of helps do that. So that's the first part of the question for me. The second part about, what should you be doing? In that clarity confidence page, I asked people about 2 weeks ago, I think, to sit down and think about. Here's the thing. When you say, what should I be doing? It's kind of like, well, I don't want to sound hocus pocus, but it's kind of like if you had the opportunity to talk to God and he said, you tell me what you want to do. I mean, forget everything else. This is just you and the Lord. What do you, and he says, I don't want to say your name out loud because you didn't say it. What do you want to do? And you just don't, and you don't have to worry about time or money or other things, because that's probably the thing that really aches at your heart to be doing. So I don't know that you don't know what to do. I think what happens to us as people is we get stuck behind all of the stuff that's going on. So we can't, it feels so unrealistic that we would be yearning to do this thing. And when we see all these barriers between us and that destination. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense. It's just almost like a paralysis.
Absolutely.
You have no drive. It's like, okay, yeah, I want to do it, but I gotta, sift through the weeds and do all that. Forget it. Never mind.
Right. But the weeds is perfect, but it's like cutting your grass. Well, you gotta start somewhere. Because if you don't start cutting it, it's gonna be 6 feet tall, and I can't afford for it to be over 4 feet, because that's all I am. So, so you gotta start, right? And you weed whack. When your grass gets real tall, you have to weed whack first and then pick it up and then come back with the mower to get it down. It takes a process and it takes some time. But everything, there isn't, even the things that we want in life. When we were 15, 16, we wanted to drive. It took time to be proficient at that. You got to give yourself time. It's unfair of you to expect you to run to the end of the finish line to put that kind of pressure on yourself. What's more unfair to you, though, is that you don't dream big enough to even go in the direction you want to be going. So
Okay, Lisa. All right.
Look, Tia, you already knew what you was getting into.
Don't
when
cheat
you
yourself,
asked
man.
The question.
Don't cheat yourself out of life.
This is not a session.
It is if that's the question.
I'm just messing with you.
Oh, okay.
Relax.
So keep it coming. I like this. This is cool.
Oh my god.
I actually have talked about doing some group sessions. So would you be you want to take part in stuff like this?
I did the survey.
Okay.
I did the survey.
You know what? I did that survey pretty badly.
Learning
Because social. Right. Well, I did. I just keep it going. Social media, and even for that journaling thing, what I've been sharing with people while I'm journaling is that's not. I'm good about sifting things out real quick, including people. And Rasheida and I, we box about this all the time.
We box
because I look at people and situations as I think there are three kinds of people. This is the God's honest truth. I think there are snakes, there are sheep, and there are lions. And I think that there are people who can vacillate between the three. But when you're a snake, I'm done. I ain't got nothing to say. And you don't have to do nothing to me. If you do something to somebody,
and I see
it, and I ain't got to see it. I got if there's evidence that you were the culprit, and they'll say, "Well, you act like you want to be my friend." Well, I don't. Well, why? You don't even know me because I watched what you did to your friend. If I'm not your friend and you did that to your friend, I don't want to keep your company. And she says that now, but she'll say, "Lisa, you so mean." No, I don't want to waste their time pretending like I want to be their friend. I don't want none of those parts of it. How you doing? We can be cordial. Let's keep it moving. And so journaling to me kind of like it's like that. I sift real fast. So it's been a challenge for me to write down stuff and really reflect long on it. But it also makes me stop and process things because there are times when I miss some stuff because I'm moving so fast. So for me, it's a discipline thing of slow down. And we box again about that all the time because Rasheeda's like, "You're going a mile a minute. Can you just rest?" She just finally turned my laptop off last night. And we kind of had a blow up, and then I went to bed.
But we made up early
but we made
morning.
Oh, my.
Well, if you saw the last show, we ain't got no problem, obviously, sharing the makeup stuff.
Right.
Okay, so I was on a webinar this morning, and the presenter he had some really good nuggets.
Nikki Turner, oh my gosh!
He said something that really resonated. He said, "Broke people only want to talk about people, places, and things. Wealthy people want to talk about concepts,
where we going, baby,
and strategies.
Where we going?
So, you want to be broke or you want to be wealthy? You have your dialogue makes a difference, and that resonated with me because this one here is always talking about concepts, ideas, strategy. What's the plan? What's the contingency plan? Okay, so we've got all of that. We have all of that. So what's the plan B? Oh wait, hold on. What's plan C? I'm like, well, damn, I ain't finished plan
The Bible says.
And here come the preacher. We just had the motivator. Now we got the preacher. I'm telling you when the roles change. I'm just trying to give you it because we about to get. Should I tell her? Yeah. She always.
The Bible says.
Come on. What is
you have to. Your mouth speaks life or death. See, here's the problem with us. We want to sugarcoat things. It's not true. Every day we rise, we make one decision. Only one. We're either going to decide to live or to die. Every action we take during the course of the day, through every moment that we're breathing, it either aligns with life or it aligns with death. When you sit around and talk about the woe is me and the sky is falling and I can't figure this out and I don't want to go there and I'm too scared to move my feet, you are going down the path of death because you ain't dreaming, you ain't living, you ain't hopeful. The only other direction is life. What we like to do, I got this one from my father-in-law, Bishop Troy Anthony Browner. What we like to do is romanticize and call it a gray area.
Okay.
But it ain't true. It just ain't true.
You better stop stealing from my daddy.
And so, I mean, we make mistakes. But so you make a mistake and you get up the next day, and you keep it moving. Even, and again, I'll give you this real quickly, biblically. When the children were out of Egypt, were out in the wilderness, God gave them manna to sustain them. But he said, he was very specific. I'll give it to you every day. At the end of the day, don't save any of it. Every day is a new day. So you worry about the manna for today. Make sure it lines up. You eat it so that you're aligned with life. And then you go to bed. And you don't hoard anything. You don't save anything. If you make a mistake that day, you don't hold on to it. You start the next day with the new manna, the new life, the new journey. So it don't matter what happened yesterday. It only matters what you're going to do today. And how you're going to move forward tomorrow.
Okay. Well, if y'all ain't get that, I don't know what to tell you.
And I'm going to take off my preacher hat now.
Woo. Okay, so again on I got a lot of nuggets this morning on this webinar, and he
Come
also
on in the
said
Zoom room. Go ahead.
This was about discipline, and it says the things that are easy to do are easy not to do as well. I was like, what do you mean? So it's easy to take your time and figure out your bills and put together a budget, but it's also easy not to do it and be like, it is what it is. So you have to make a decision and that's part of your discipline. You got to make a decision on what you want to do, and then you got to work it. One other thing it says, errors in judgment leads to bad habits.
Eat that manna, that's right. Oxtails and manna, hot dog.
Here we go.
Some Facebook comments. I'm sorry.
That's so rude.
We do it all the time. You can't help it. See, that's the way social media is, right?
But no,
you got people commenting. Here. Okay, I'm sorry. Wait a minute, I got to make up.
Stop.
It's all better now. It's over now. You did me bad. Over now.
Tia,
y'all close your eyes for this one.
Stop.
Okay, go right ahead.
I'm good. I'm done.
I was just reading the oxtail.
That's nice.
See, we do this all the time. She tries to stay mad, and she gonna try to hold it a long time now because y'all watching. But watch this.
Anyways, as I was
she be trying hard. It's not gonna work. Come on.
Anyways, but I'm learning more and more since COVID-19. I have been really trying to find things that help motivate me, with our businesses, with these shows, with just trying to really almost reignite my gifts. I forgot kind of what gifts, because you're so busy doing stuff and going places that you don't really. I kind of my gifts went dormant, and now they have been reawakened. I have a garden I started. I always wanted to do an indoor garden. I do an indoor garden now. I also, of course, I do hair, I do makeup, but I never really took time to teach nobody what I do. Everybody asks me, what you do with your makeup? How you do it, girl? I did a couple makeup tutorials. I was like, holy cow, I'm pretty good at this. Then I'm also a licensed cosmetologist. Of course, we can't get our hair done, so I've been taking these out.
She good.
What? Oh,
somebody
Lord.
told me to refill your glass.
Anyways.
Her glass is full.
Anyways. So I've been learning how to take these out. I know how to take them out. But I already knew how to do it, but I forgot. So I watched a couple. Thank God for YouTube. Watch YouTube. Baby, I can get a whole new head because it's only this much, I ain't got that much hair. But I've been doing that, taking my time doing that. And I also, I started, of course we do the journaling, but then I started doing a little bit of drawing. And I'm not a big, real huge drawer, but I'm not that good.
What's a drawer? A pair of underwear?
A drawer.
That's a pair of drawers, right? Underwear? A drawer? Like an artist?
An artist. Yeah.
Oh,
whatever. You know what I meant.
I'm just saying.
You know what I meant.
Like the drawers you wear on your head, your mom or your neighbor had on her head at night to go to sleep. Hold the rollers in. That's what you talking about, right?
Anyways, I have been really tapping into a lot of my gifts. Even something that's I love praise dancing. I have always been on the praise dance scene at church, but I literally found, I was cleaning out the closet, what we normally do, and I found my skirts, I found my flags, I put on some music, I put the thing on, I was out there, and this one comes out there.
Y'all can only imagine. As Tamala Man said, I can only imagine. Like, what the hell are you doing?
So, if you
Woo!
can, tap into those things that you used to do that brought you joy, that make you feel good. Because right now, if you watching all of this shit on TV, after a while, you just like, you know what? I need some goodness. And after a while, you get tired of scrolling. Don't get me wrong, it's entertaining, but there are times where it's just, you need to unplug. And I'm learning to cook with this one, because baby, she ain't married me for my cooking.
No, she ain't cook.
I got other skills. I'm good. But
yeah.
Stop it. Anyways, but that's my little thing. Try and figure out fun things to do that you forgot about, that are dormant.
Yeah, the really great thing about this, I know we're focused on thinking this is a disease or what have you, or whatever it is. It's a viral thing, but the great thing about this time is that it really, and I mentioned this last time, it levels the playing field. It doesn't matter if you got Oprah Winfrey dollars or Leon Coca dollars. It doesn't matter if you live in a 40,000 foot castle or if you live in a
1,600 square foot house.
Yeah, the scales are even, man. Ain't nobody going nowhere, and everybody needs the same stuff. We're all in the same spot. So having all of that, that's a testament right there to how good God is. You can have all that, and you still ain't better than the Almighty. You still know better than anybody else. We're all at the same place of having to stop. And what I think I would encourage everybody to do really is just stop and think about how much we take for granted, even in our friendships and our connections to each other in our lives, how much we take for granted, and really smell the roses, because the clock is standing still, right? I mean, this is as still as of a time. You remember going away in the work world, you go away on vacation and you don't want to come back and read your email because you got 500 extra emails. We're at an even pace now. This is the only time in the world everybody's gonna get a pause at the same time, unless we're coming to the actual last day. You know what I mean? So for all of us to be in agreement in the whole world that we should be pausing is an amazing thing. So reconnect with nature, but reconnect with yourselves, and do some of those things like she was talking about. Some of the stuff that you loved to do that made you feel great that we've just thrown to the side.
You're right, Heidi. Lisa is the chef in this marriage.
So that's
one of the things that for those who watch our YouTube shows and all of our little our shows and all of the snippets and the crazy things we're doing. I'm trying to figure out how to say this.
I don't know what she's gonna say.
I'm trying to keep it clean.
Oh Lord.
We have decided, I decided, I don't think I've even told her yet.
See?
I think that
never know.
We should do something on erotic foods or erotic... Listen, you're home. This is the time. This is going to be a whole nother baby boomer situation. Y'all playing.
Well, thank the Lord. Can't be no babies met up in this camp.
Ain't no babies out of here. No. But I believe we should do things.
That's
I say you dodged that bullet because at one point in time, you and I were trying to have
but we don't need no more kids. 4 is enough.
Okay. Anyways, but I think we should try and find erotic foods in your cabinet. Things that that
I got a chocolate bar. You want it? I'm gonna get beat up later.
Listen here, y'all. Y'all pray for Lisa, because y'all might not ever see her on another show again. So y'all pray for her. Right in Jesus.
But I think that's a good idea. Tapping into each other's senses and see what really stimulates them, like those peppers that you had, or was it carrots? For your
Those
lunch?
we had it was just
Really?
multi.
Really? You gonna talk about them carrots and tomatoes she made me eat for lunch?
That was beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, so only reason why I was trying to make a healthy snack because this one right here, we have had smothered pork chops, we had smothered chicken and gravy. We've had, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining because it all has been fire. But guess what? I got a tire to go with that fire.
We
right
work
now.
out. Well, she do Tai Chi. I don't know if you can call that working out. But we got a elliptical. Is that what you call it? Elliptical?
Yes. But
She be on it. I watch her.
But I was trying to. She watched me. She literally be down there.
I be watching
Girl,
her.
you doing good.
Yeah, go on, baby. I got you. Come on.
Wow.
10 more minutes. Come on, let's go.
And then she sitting down there, just she
I
sitting in
be-
that chair, cross-legged.
Wipe a little sweat off. Come on, baby, go. You got it.
So
I ain't
what I
doing
was
it.
trying to do was find some balance because she cooks she does southern cooking, like everything is smothered or fried. And don't get me wrong, it's so damn good though. But I'm trying to give us, what did I say again? Balance. You can't eat a whole bunch of fried food, and you don't eat no
Now
vegetables,
wait
no
a
nothing.
minute. Wait, stop that. Fried. What fried food have we had?
We done be eating fried fish.
Oh, what? Okay,
every
so
other day.
I will. Let me hold on. That is true. I like fried fish, or salmon. I don't have to have fried, but most of my fish I do want fried. So
Only
I
one she
will-
don't fry is the salmon because I don't want it fried. But if she could figure out how to fry it,
well,
she
you
probably-
can fry salmon. You just wouldn't eat it that way. You wouldn't. I would eat it, but you wouldn't.
I don't like fish that's fishy, and
That don't even make sense, does it?
no, there are certain fishes that taste fishy, and I don't. Listen, I'm a lesbian, and I still don't do fish.
See,
I don't care
that
what
ain't
you
got
say.
that- See,
But
Mm-mm.
I can't
That's
do
so wrong.
fish. I can't. If it smell, and salmon has always, people have prepared it so many ways for me, and the only way I eat it is the way she does it, is with the honey and the butter and the garlic, and then she puts some other seasonings on it, and it tastes
She got her face. She's like,
amazing.
Thus the veggie day.
man, I want you to know I found me a piece of broiled chicken that was in the refrigerator to go with my veggies.
Do you know that our family was saying, "Oh, them nice vegetables. You got some chicken strips so we can make some fajitas." I was like, "No, just veggies." And the hummus, I had the 4-part hummus. It had plain hummus, roasted red pepper, garlic, and then there was one with cilantro jalapeno, and it wasn't too
And it
spicy.
was good. I got me some tortilla chips and put it in there.
I said, here, and I posted on Facebook, here she go with the damn chips.
She-
I saw that.
She talking, but she ate some of my
I
chips.
did. I ain't gonna lie. They taste really good with the cilantro jalapeno one. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was. But I finished off all of the vegetables because we need to, and this one right here didn't even realize she liked Brussels sprouts.
Oh man.
Until she made the salmon dish that one time, and we usually do it with asparagus and then some light rice and some jasmine rice. But this one right here,
Why do you always call me this one right here? Did
This
y'all
one
notice
right
that?
here?
This one right here.
I ain't, if y'all know, y'all know. You ain't know, you better ask
If you
somebody.
like Brussels sprouts and you take a little bit of honey and some garlic and toss them around in there with a little sea salt, whoo, baby.
Okay, so Brussels sprouts, if you don't allow the honey and the garlic and stuff, you want them. We bought from all these the steamables, so we don't have to. You don't have to cook them. You just put them in the microwave and it steams them. That's fine. So we do the steamables, take them out, put them inside the bowl. But I tell her I want to put them in the bowl and leave them there and let it marinate a little bit, because once you bite into it, all of the flavor is on the outside, but then you get to the middle, it's like it's a little
It's good.
better.
It's good. She true.
So, am I not entitled to my opinion?
Not on my Brussels sprouts.
Anyway, so she liked Brussels sprouts so much, I now am growing Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, see them. I mean, you know, in the garden downstairs. Here in the garden.
Tia,
what
do you see what the
temptation
hell I
feels
got
so
to
right.
deal with?
Passion can make you fall for what you feel.
Anyways, so I'm learning. I'm trying to give my wife some balance when it comes to some of these meals. They're all delicious, but if y'all ain't noticed, my face is getting rounder and rounder and round. You can't see this, thank God. Rounder, but she still loves me with all my roundness and my extra rolls and extra face and extra chin.
She the only one talking about all that. I ain't starting over.
That's what matters, that she loves you. Because when we come out of this, you will see the couples that made it and did not. This is a make it and break it season, I believe.
Oh,
you know,
yes. Sure
everyone is so tapped in and so stimulated with got to do this, got to do that. But I think nature had it such that we needed to pause, be with one another, and really sit still and figure one another out along with ourselves.
Right.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see the statistics of relationships, marriages, unions, whatever is out there.
I'm with you. I believe that at the end of this, one of two things are going to happen. You're going to find out that you're with your soulmate, or you're going to find out you didn't like that joker you was with all this time because y'all never had to be together this much.
Right.
Well, a totally different perspective. One of our good friends, Heidi, she's single, but it's her, and she is one of the things is like, okay, when you're used to being out and about and going places, but now you're home by yourself. It was another friend of mine, his name is Paris, and he was just going, I have never been this alone with myself this long without anyone else. So one thing I will say to anybody, if you have friends that are single, or if they are home and they're in quarantine alone, reach out, talk to them, go send them a messenger video and just talk to them.
Heidi texting
and
are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about you, Heidi, because I check in with her. You good? She be in the bed, I'll be in the bed. Hey, you good?
But
yeah, I'm good. So it's just a good check-in for those who are single, because it's one thing when you are in quarantine with a whole family and your partner, but it's a totally different thing when you're in there by yourself. A lot of people don't think of that. And I think that you need to just check in with your single friends.
Okay.
And to piggyback on that, it's also good for some of our single friends to be by themselves.
Absolutely.
Because the reason, the ones that I know are always on the go, moving and moving and moving, because they don't want to be by themselves. So now is the time for them to spend a little bit of time by themselves, get to know their likes and their habits and themselves, you know.
I agree. I agree with that. I mean, again, I agree completely with both comments that you made. I think for all of us, it's a time for you to pause. I do think on a global sense, God is trying to get our attention. And if you look from the time man has walked the earth, he has tried to get our attention in some very subtle ways. And at every juncture, though, has ended up... and if you're a true believer, you know that all things work together. So you understand that when we've had all of these plagues and all of these outbreaks and pandemics, and we've not... over time, it's always been when he could not get our attention other ways. So I ain't worried about that so much. But I'm with you. Everybody needs to stop and say, hold up, I'm doing too much. Let me check myself. If you're single, you need to check yourself. If you're together, you need to check. Everybody needs to do self-inventory as well as inventory of who you're spending time and energy and like-mindedness with. Because again, I believe in the snake, the sheep. The sheep are the people who follow without engaging and thinking about why they're doing what they're doing. And people will lead you to hell if you just keep following, don't ask no questions. And the Lord is clearly saying, I need y'all to chill and pay attention for a minute. So I'm with you. I want to share this with you real quick. There's a young lady that's just joined in the chat room and said, Mrs. Cox. So almost made me faint.
Because I knew you were like...
When it popped up and it said Mrs. Cox in the chat room, my mother's name is Ida Austin Cox. And I was like... And so my brain was sitting there going, who in the hell is this that about to dial in? Because if my mama dial in from heaven, I'll see y'all later. This will be my last day here. I'm going to pass out. If she say, hey, monkey, I'm like, boom.
Hey, Nate, how you doing?
But it's
honey?
my niece and my nephew dialing in. And
I saw
obviously
that.
my niece uses Mrs. Cox as her handle because...
I was wondering if
Girl, you about to jack me up, man. You can stop. Yeah, that ain't funny stuff behind.
It's just me.
Every sleep. All right. Very good. So we're talking about and for the ones on Facebook that are on the Facebook Live, we have a couple people in the Zoom room. You guys, it's great when we can see your faces. I mean, we really appreciate you coming on live too. But when you're in the Zoom room, then it's more of a conversation. And you can hear the questions that the people in the Zoom room are asking. And you're free to post them as well. And we can dialogue about them. But this is, again, about building community and helping people go beyond the borders and our norm and make connections and hopefully build bridges and resources for each other. So thank you all for joining, no matter how you dialed into the room. And hopefully these conversations are helpful, if nothing else, particularly for those folks who are alone. This is at least one, we pray, happy and healthy outlet for you.
Well, you know what? I've noticed there are a lot of, everybody's been on Facebook, but there has been a lot of people, DJs, that are just throwing parties and stuff. And it's good to see the good in people come out. After we were watching on The View, we watched The View faithfully every day. Because they tackle all of the COVID-19, but they tackle a whole lot of different other things. And today, everybody's talking about all of this, what's going on. But then today they had this one snippet of this man, and he was 90-something.
The old man.
Old man. And he literally, they had on some music, and he was just dancing.
He was doing
He was juking.
Hey, the Reese's have joined us.
And I said, well, it's because you got... what's going on, the COVID-19, the economy is horrible, can't nobody go get nothing, and then all of a sudden you get this beautiful moment where it's just like, he's just like, listen, I done seen it all, and I'm gonna dance,
and I'm
gonna dance with it, and it just felt really good. And I love the fact that when we see on Facebook people sharing and all the love and all of the support that people were giving. I saw something today, and I kind of was scrolling. Of course, you scroll through Facebook. Sometimes you just go really fast. And someone had posted that there was, God, I'm not a sports person. Who won the Super Bowl? He was the quarterback.
Oh, Russell. Did they win this year? Russell Westbrook won this year? Seattle won the Super Bowl this year? I don't think so. Did they?
I don't know.
No, I think they got beat, but go ahead.
Whoever.
It was Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook. Russell. Seattle's.
Okay, we know his name is Russell.
What is his last name?
Wilson.
Yes, thank you. Russell Wilson. Curly head.
So Russell Wilson.
Oh, is that Sierra's boo?
Yeah, Sierra's boo.
Okay, that's Sierra's boo. And he was he was draped up, gloved up, but he was literally going around to homeless people, giving out packages of food and body stuff like deodorant, soap. I mean, all kinds of things. And it feels good to know that, and it feels good that we as Americans are coming together. But at the same time, the last time we came together like this was like, what, 9/11? They said that the height of the pandemic is about to be at its apex in the next 2 to 3 weeks, because they said, and it's going to be worse than 9/11. What did they call Pearl Harbor? All of those things combined. This is going to be worse than all of those combined. So when you hear something like that, and then you hear about somebody giving back like that, it just goes. It don't matter. It just feels good, and in the midst of all the chaos and craziness and all of the bullshit, you gotta feel good, and you gotta find something. Oh shoot! Sorry, RJ. Sorry.
Little Reese back there. we got a 6-year-old lurking in one of the frames, and he getting an earful right now.
Sorry,
it's all good.
Rasheida, sorry, but I just wanted to share that it feels really good just to see the positive.
Yeah, it's great to see the humanity. Here's what I like to do see. We've got humanity coming from players like Russell Wilson. We've got humanity coming from the LeBron Jameses and all those stuff. But we also have the slave masters, the owners of these teams, who are not giving up crap. These guys make nothing in comparison to the people who own those teams. And so it would be nice to see the Jeff Bezos and the other people who own big companies actually give up something that make a difference. Somebody said, well, Jeff Bezos gave up $100,000 or $1 million. And I was like, he made $1 million yesterday because Amazon the only person in the world working. So he ain't gave up crap. You know, whereas the guy that runs FedEx, the CEO of FedEx, has given up his entire salary to give extra pay to the people who are keeping FedEx afloat right now. He's getting $1 per paycheck now so that he stays on payroll and it stays legal. But you've got him and you've Bezos and you've got the guy who owns Hobby Lobby who's telling people his wife heard from the Lord and said that they should go to work regardless. Let's do ourselves a favor and write those. I started a spreadsheet, actually. I posted it on Facebook for people. And I said, listen, if you run across a company that's ripping us off and not having any humanity, please log them in on this spreadsheet so that when this is over, we're going to forget to patronize their businesses.
Listen, the best way to hurt somebody is hurt them in their pockets. That hurts more than, I don't like this company. Don't give them your money.
Oh, and somebody else came up with a really good idea too. You know, it seems like the current president who's thriving on dividing the country. If we were all tied to his name, Robin Shannon came up with this the other day. She said, she texted me and said, can you help me push this campaign? It should say Trump virus 45. That's his number, 45? Mm-hmm. Trump virus 45. So that when this cure comes out and people and the stimulus check comes out at the same time, people will say, oh, it wasn't so bad. We made it through. If we tie his name to the virus
they'll remember.
as part of the campaign, then they'll remember how painful it was and hopefully won't reelect him. But we'll see.
That's gonna be tough.
Hey, it is 8:03.
Isn't it? Wait, please, Jeff.
Wow.
Jeff Bezos isn't even protecting his workers properly.
Right.
The dude wants all the coins.
Absolutely, he sure does. He's not protecting anybody. As a matter of fact, Kevin, we saw Kevin the other day. He said they closed down their plant and that there was no protective gear at all in the plant. So
Everett said that. Actually, Everett went and I FaceTime while he was at work and I was like, yo, you good? He was like, yo, I got to bring my own gloves. And I was like, for real?
And you know, it's crazy. But I was saying it's 8:03. We have 7 to 8. We can go longer, but that was the only time. We don't want to keep y'all all night. But we really do appreciate you tuning in and taking part and supporting the show. We've got a couple of new episodes. Real important, actually, episode coming out this weekend. We shot this episode in January. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting that it's just now airing. Some of you know that I was hospitalized for a while. So you saw a little teaser that came out last night with me being silly with a little jingle off the 1970s toy My Buddy. And I was messing around with my my little, what do you call it? The IV pole. But this weekend we're doing a show. The show that's airing is about it's called Minding Your Business, because it's a series that talks about the seriousness of if you're a couple having your paperwork and that kind of stuff in order. So make sure you guys tune in and check out Minding Your Business. Otherwise, I think we're going to sign off.
Yep. We're
going to sign off for tonight. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Please sure to keep this link and make sure you tune in with us next week. And it's great having people in the Zoom room because we can see you can turn off the mic and we can correspond quicker. And then you can see the folks on Facebook can see what's happening as well. But thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.
You got any last words?
Peace.
That's her favorite thing. All right, guys. Be blessed and take care.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Hey, y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.